I'm a never ask, never get kind of guy. Matter of fact, we're having a tombstone made. Hope we don't use that very soon, but I put that slogan on that tombstone, never ask, never get. So as many of you know, I'm running a seller finance boot camp, and I wanted to share with you the number one question I got this week. We go through a Q&A. I do a presentation, then we have a Q&A after it. Both those are live. And this was a pretty good question. And I want to read it to you, and then I want to answer it the way I answered it to this person. I have an owner who just had a stroke. His kids want nothing to do with the business. His advisors are blocking me from speaking with the owner and submitting an LOI. Do you have any advice on how to get through his advisors to present the offer to the client? I do, and I did, and I gave it to him. Is that, again, I'm a never ask, never get kind of guy. So just because an advisor tells you that you shouldn't contact this, in most cases that I've been involved with, primarily these apply to litigation, the principals can still talk to each other. Lawyers may not like that, but the principals can still talk to each other. So in this case, I doubt very much that there's any litigation. It's just that I don't want you talking to the client. Maybe because the client's physical condition after a stroke is very poor. Maybe they don't have the same mental capacity. There may be a lot of good reasons why that's the case. So I would first end up calling the children and say to the children that you understand your dad had a stroke. Also understand that there's not much interest in doing the business on a continuing basis. This is the business we're in, and I wondered whether or not you would it would be acceptable to you to have a discussion around that. And if your father is capable of that discussion, it would be great to include him. There's no obligation, just how we work. We're in the business of buying businesses. And I would give that a try. Are the advisors going to be happy? Probably not. Is your business to make their advisors happy? I hope not. So again, never ask, never get. I would do that. And it's amazing to me how many times people don't ask for something. That doesn't mean that you're going to get it, but if you don't go forward, you don't ask, the answer to that question in your mind is an automatic no. So go ahead and ask. Never ask, never get again. So I want to talk a little bit about this seller finance course. It's live every Tuesday. We've been through 2 of the 6. After they are recorded, they're put up in the Kajabi members portal, which has on-demand lifetime, whatever lifetime means, access to it. So if you missed the first 2, it doesn't mean that you can't attend the remaining 4. If you can't even attend the live sessions, you can still watch the recordings. The feedback's been good. I recently put out an email from a mentee who commented on the first one. And seller finance ought to be the first pitch that you throw. So I would highly encourage you to look at that. You can go to brucewhipple.com, the boot camps and classes section. Go under that and you'll see the Seller Finance Mastery Program. If you want to go there directly, just go.brucewhipple.com/seller finance. But each week, I think I'm going to do a question from those Q&As and pass those on. But I'd encourage you to join us. I'd like to meet you in that forum. And based on the feedback and based on what I know on seller finance, it certainly is something that you should have in your toolbox when you do business acquisition.